EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go here on Monday night. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, familiar face. Welcome back for Tennessee's second all-time leading rusher. It's Derrick Henry. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll go again here with Henry. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. That hit. Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Third down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air one more time. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a 1st down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 20 yards on that pass play. 1st down for Tennessee. Slot receiver headed right. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Music City after this. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. That one is good. And the Titans will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Play action now. Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. At their own 33-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Strong. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll try the right side this time. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. They'll stick with him again. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. They'll come up on a second down and 8. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Slot man in motion right. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one. End zone for a touchback. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Lots of space, past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. found the option. They give it to Henry. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. On the give, here's Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Throwing now from the gun. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. He'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line. The shotgun, here's Jackson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. On the handoff, it's Henry. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down. A give right up the middle to Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Second and 11. They send him right out of the slot. In trouble, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
We got that cheat code offense.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They'll motion over Flowers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Again, it'll be Henry. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. In motion comes Walker. And he cannot get free, only a yard to the 3, forcing 4th down. Now Jackson. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Run on 1st down. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
You can score on these guys.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. The Titans sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Here is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3.
Slot receiver headed right. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Titan first down. So it's a win here for the Titans. They proved much the best.